Hey guys, welcome back. Today gave us a really clean reaction across small caps, oil, and some insane individual runners. But now, more importantly, we're sitting at levels that actually matter going into tomorrow. So let's break it all down properly. Starting with IWM, honestly, solid day for small caps. In my last video, I mentioned that bulls needed to step in here because the bounces we were getting were weak with no follow through and just a slow bleed on price action in general. And that if that continued, we were looking at a move down into the 230 area, as we can see here on the chart. Now, today, we finally got some response, but let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We're pushing right back into that daily supply zone around 250, which has already rejected price before. So, yes, short term strength is still there, but we're not completely out of the woods yet, in my opinion. This week is going to be very important. If we can accept above 252 here, small caps can actually start opening up again. If not, this just turns into another weak bounce and we roll over. So right now, this is a decision time for IWM. Now moving over to USO on the 1 hour chart, this thing is still respecting that 105 to 109 demand zone perfectly. Clean reactions, no panic, no breakdown. We've had some mixed headlines around oil this week, but nothing strong enough to really push direction, so price is just holding structure. For me, it's simple. As long as we stay within that 105, 109 range, this is still a reaction based market. And that's where your opportunities are, both intraday and overnight on oil names. So let's keep that zone locked in. Now let's talk about the monster of the day, UGRO, UGRO. This thing was insane. Now I did not alert this myself since Mood had already alerted it, and this was on all our watch lists. This morning, I'll be honest, I hesitated taking it at 764, which was my key level from yesterday in the Discord messages. So I missed that initial entry I had in mind. But once it broke above 870, that was it. I had to take it. Now, at that point in time, I was not distracted by RMSG, which was another big win for us anymore. So this was a prime setup, in my opinion. And after that, it just did not stop. Ran all the way to 34 in regular hours and even pushed into that 50s after hours. That's over a 500% move in a single day. The key here was simple: clean level break at 870, plus it kept respecting trend breaks intraday. Multiple opportunities if you stay disciplined. This is exactly the kind of expansion move we've been waiting for. Next up, we have RMSG. Alerted this one in pre-market at 58 cents. Give a clean move straight into that 88 cents on open. Now, I mentioned that level specifically because it needed to clear for continuation if we ever were going to make it to 105 plus today. And what happened? He rejected hard. So clearly that tiny resistance wasn't so tiny. Now the daily time frame chart is where I got that 88 cent resistance. Pulled back into that 64 cent area into close. Now the important part is that the setup is not fully broken down yet. Structure is still there, so I did keep a small position overnight for a possible continuation move into tomorrow. Now let's move on to feed. Clean setup. Alerted this in pre-market at 235. This was a three pivot breakout on the 15-minute chart. Textbook play out. Ran straight into the 288 zone where I took partials. And since that move, it's been consolidating all day, holding structure pretty well, in my opinion. And on the daily chart, there's still room. I'm looking toward a 378 move as a higher time frame target with minor resistance sitting at 303. So again, holding some overnight and we'll react based on how it opens tomorrow. Overall, huge day. Ugro definitely bought some life back into the small caps. But let's not get carried away. Everything still depends on IWM here. If we can break and hold above that 252 level on IWM, we could start seeing real continuation across the board. If not, same story repeats. So I'll see you guys in pre-market tomorrow and let's see what we can find.